For the most part, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with that quote that goes, "A jack of all trades is a master of none." But for me recently, like a couple of years ago, I was scrolling on social media and I found that the whole entire quote was, "A jack of all trades is a master of none, but is often better than a master of one." And this had just reminded me of working in a NOC or working as a network admin when I started out as a beginner. Because in that position, you're going to be responsible for supporting entire infrastructure and making sure that it's running smoothly and efficiently. And this infrastructure is going to consist of several different systems that are all working together for the success and growth of a business or whatever that infrastructure is related to. And since the network is going to be part of that infrastructure and these computing devices are going to be using the network to be able to share and exchange data, you're going to be responsible for understanding all of the systems that are part of that infrastructure, as well as how they communicate or they connect to and from that network that you're supporting. You're going to be running into things from anything from firewalls to load balancers, embedded systems, all the way up to where we got Internet of Things devices that connect to many large companies and businesses today. Whereas the CCNA is definitely going to get you prepared to support the Cisco network gear in this infrastructure, you're also going to need skills to develop that are going to help you to stand on your findings when you need to prove out that the network is operating as designed. And I wish I knew that as a beginner going into it, working in the NOC, working as a network admin, that I'm going to need other skills to be able to make sure that I isolate and I can resolve these issues quickly and efficiently. So if you want to learn and develop these skills, then this is definitely a video for you. So stick around because I'll be sharing all the skills that you need to succeed in that role or position working in the NOC as a network admin. Also, if you like this content, you digging it, definitely hit me with the thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe, because on next week's video, I'll just be going over the one thing that I learned that's really helped me to take advantage of all these study resources like labbing, practice exams, and just overall for studying for any kind of IT exam. All right, we're going to start off with talking about the first skill, which is network troubleshooting. This is a very important skill to have working in the NOC or as a network admin. I even did a whole video just dedicated strictly to troubleshooting network problems because it's so important to your role as a network administrator. And if you didn't get that video, definitely check it out. Make sure you go check that video out. This skill is so important because you increase your value by earning trust and recognition for your competency for sticking through tough networking issues and resolving them, or if you're not resolving them, just seeing them all the way through, closing the loop on them, and just really understanding what happened with that whole trouble from beginning to end. You're also going to enable your creativity because, as you'll see, not every networking issue is going to be the same. Everything is going to be different, and it's just going to force you to build your own troubleshooting methodology if you don't even have one, or your own troubleshooting techniques. You're just going to be forced into that because you're going to have to get creative to be able to resolve any kind of network issues that come your way. So definitely understand that mastering this skill is not just going to happen in one day. You're going to have to be faced with a whole bunch of different scenarios. That way that you have enough data that you can start forming and building out your own troubleshooting strategy and methodologies. If you wanted to work on this skill, you're going to have to take a course online about it or watch some videos, binge watch videos on troubleshooting methodologies and stuff like that. Or if you don't want to do that, definitely you want to study the fundamentals of networking, like the different components of networking, the OSI model, and you just want to understand really how things work before they break. That way when they do break, it's just that much easier to fix them because you do understand fundamentally how they work. Up next, we got skill number 2 for you, which is network security. Another essential skill for every network admin to master is definitely going to be network security. Again, you're just going after that basic fundamental level understanding of a security architecture. You want to understand everything about access controls, how users are authenticated, how they're authorized, how they're accounted for when they're on that network. Firewalls, you want to understand how they're configured to monitor network traffic that's incoming and outgoing to and from a network based on certain rules. You also want to understand encryption. How is the data secured as it's moving throughout the network, going from end to end and everything like that. You're just going to want to understand all of those at like a basic understanding level. To practice this skill, you're definitely going to want to create different projects. For example, you want to create a lab that simulates a small little network. Maybe throw some ACLs in there, maybe pull out Wireshark on there and just kind of play around with that, and just to get used to monitoring, and also put some stuff where you can set up labs to attack equipment, put in potential security threats, and just kind of analyze that traffic, put in rules to block against those kind of security threats and everything like that, and then just learn and grow from the different projects that you create in these different lab simulations. Last but not least, we got skill number 3, which is going to be coding pretty much. And again, you just want that basic level understanding. You don't need to be out here writing software and everything like that, but what you do want to be able to do is to automate network configurations if you have to, or automate repetitive tasks like maybe updating a Excel spreadsheet for a project. That will help just reduce overall any kind of human errors. This skill is so highly and sought out throughout the entire industry right now. It's definitely a hot skill to have. So if you develop this skill early, you're just going to set yourself up for tremendous opportunities and specializations and everything like that in the future. For this skill, if you want any practice or you want some exercises, definitely you're going to want to start off with some projects for beginners. That's what I would recommend. You could Google any project for beginners using Python. It's all over the internet. I'm sure you'll find some, but definitely find the ones that interest you. Do something like simple first to start off with, just like a password generator or a number guesser. That way that you can start getting used to coding and everything like that. And then move on to the more complex stuff like automating network tasks or configuration backups for devices. And then build on that. Once you got that down, start getting more complex tasks like connecting using ParaMiko libraries and NetMiko libraries, connecting to devices via SSH. As you gain more confidence, then you can include stuff that's require you to use automation tools like Ansible. Mastering these skills as a beginner will give you a unique expertise as a network admin. And don't forget, as you progress, to practice consistently. Make sure that you're practicing these projects and these skills consistently, as well as challenging yourself to more complex projects to really just solidify that position and your success in this field. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and the content. If you're not subscribed already, definitely subscribe so you don't miss anything, as I'm dropping these videos weekly on you. And let me know in the comments, what do you guys think are the most important skills, other than the ones that I named today, to be successful as a beginner or as a network admin beginner. I'm gonna catch y'all on that next video. Peace.